there's a process. And the process to getting from wherever you are to doing what you absolutely love is composed of 5 steps. How long each of those steps takes is up to the individual and is up to everything around that individual. I mean, everyone's going to have their own different path and the length of that path. The first step is knowing yourself. In a sense, knowing your DNA, your drives, needs, aptitudes, knowing your personality, because when we are on purpose, doing what we love, we have our heart, our mind, and our personality all going the same direction. And unless we know what our personality is, what are our drives, what are our needs, what are our aptitudes, the D, the N, the A, we will not know whether we are in the right process, going to the right career for us. So the first thing is to know ourselves, know our DNA. The second step is to then discover what it is we want. Now that process is not like, okay, I'm going to ponder on it for 2 days and that will come the answer and then I'll go after it. That process is slowly evolving. It's like taking that next step only to see a little bit more light to take the next step. It's not going to all happen at once. So the second step, which is all part of the process we teach and what happens inside these white hot incubator groups, is to discover what it is we want. What is our white hot? Once you discover it and you say, oh, I really love this, and perhaps it's in film. For example, it's in film or it's in videotaping or it's art. We need to understand then how do we design the path that gets us from where we are to where we want to be. And that design is the third step, to create a plan to get where we need to go. What are the steps that need to happen for me to make that a reality? What kind of education do I need to have? What kind of interaction do I need to have? What kind of connections do I need to make? And that's all part of the third step, is to create that plan. The fourth step, which is one that people don't think about a lot, and yet it is so critical, is the step that has to do with removing the obstacles to get us from where we are to where we want to be. There's going to be 2 forms of resistance that take place, and it takes place with most every individual. First is external resistance. It's people outside of us, people we love and people we know who say, well, why are you doing that? Or questioning that, or saying it's not practical, it's not what you should be doing. People who say, oh, whatever it is they say to try to detract us from moving forward, because they have a different plan, a different design in mind for us than we do. So removing those obstacles really externally really involves a lot of effort. It involves a lot of helping and understanding and feeling about whatever it is I'm going on, I need to be clear and firm on that, even despite the resistance of others. And then the second type of resistance is the internal resistance. What happens is most of us have either conflicting beliefs or conflicting values or conflicting fears that we run up against as we start to move towards what we love. Things that we picked up along the way. Oh, you're not worthy enough, or you don't know what you're doing, or you're not smart. All those kinds of beliefs that may have been passed down that tell us we can't be successful or that we can't move to where we want to be. And we run up against those fears and run up against those beliefs. We have to have a process by which we can dissolve them. And that's part of the fourth step that we teach. The fifth step is, it's a simple step, and yet it's very powerful. It is give, receive, thank. You know, there's an amazing value for us to be extremely grateful every day for the things that come our way. And part of the process we have with those weekly calls, we always start out with gratitude. Gratitude is helping us to create the environment from which good things flow. And giving and receiving all are important. It's not just giving all the time, and it's not just receiving all the time. They need to have flow. And flow only comes from giving and receiving. It comes forward, it comes back. And if we are in a thankful attitude in giving and receiving, then the other things that we confront, the obstacles, can find their way beyond those obstacles. So the cool thing about the White Hot Incubator groups is they're giving, they're receiving, they're thanking. That's all in the process by which these students come to go after what they love. So that's the fifth step, is to give, receive, thank. And that's how you get from where you are to doing what you absolutely love and enjoying it.